Guess what? I have something to tell you because you're about at that age where it's time for me to share some wisdom with you. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, so just so you know, the moment you were born, you signed up to be obligated to take care of me for the rest of my life after I reach an age I can't take care of myself. Just so you know, you signed up for that when you came into this world. So I just want you to know that I'm passing the baton down to you. This is what. What is it? This is what you were born to do. Outside of whatever personal interest you have, this is an unspoken obligation of what you're just obligated to do, whether you want to do it or not, and regardless how invasive that is to your own personal life. Yeah. So you're telling me I signed up for a position of taking care of another human being because I was born, and now that I'm at an age where I'm living life, I'm being told that I'm obligated to dedicate myself to holding room in my life to make sure that I make time in my life to take care of you. When you can't take care of yourself, and that's a part of what I was born for. You telling me that you had me brought into this world because you wanted someone to take care of you and obligate themselves to you out of a sense of blind obligation and moral compass because you happen to raise them to where you're gonna indirectly make them feel like you owe, like we owe you for bringing us into this world. I didn't know that being brought into this world and simply existing turned into a debt of dedication to a part of our lives to someone else just because we happen to get born. When did existing turn into a debt to someone else that gave us life? Exactly. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm offended. My existence is being used to make me feel like there's debt on it, and I think I'm offended. And you call this wisdom? You for real? Yes. Yes, you were brought into this world to, yes, live out the lives you want to live and the amount of years you want to live. But when I need assistance, I do expect you to show up at my door and assist me with what I want to be assisted with. And I expect you to be obligated to visit me, even if I've abused you in your life, so that you can show up and still take care of me as an expectation because, well, since I gave you life, you owe me. That is a debt to be paid, obviously. And so, yeah, I guess I am indirectly and I guess now directly saying that you existing is, in a sense, going to be treated like a debt that you owe me until I die. But at least you'll be rewarded by whatever I happen to leave in my retirement, as long as you're good to me. You know, as a reward for showing up. Yeah. Yeah. And even if I didn't abuse you, I'd still expect and obligate you to show up anyways because I'd probably make you feel bad for not showing up for me the way I've shown up for you all those years that I raised you because I didn't have to show up for you all those years while I was raising, but I chose to obligate myself to do that. So I'm expecting you to do the same for me. It's just the way that life works. Life can be cynical and unfair sometimes, and this is just one of those moments where now you are going to have to eventually prepare to take care of me. Yeah. You're indebted to me. And you're obligated to show up for me. Even when you don't want to, or even when you feel like you don't have to. I still expect you to. Or else I'll shame you for it and make you feel sorry forever choosing to not be obligated to living for me when I needed you to show up and take care of me. After all the years I sacrificed taking care of you. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So let me get this straight. You're planning to basically tell me right now in this discussion, you have scheduled yourself into a specific area of my life somewhere down the line when you reach a certain age where you scheduled that part of my life to be obligated to you because you gave birth to me, so you had to schedule raising me and nurturing and taking care of me because it was an obligation as a part of your responsibility for even birthing me in the first place. And now you are obligating me to schedule a specific period of time in my life when I don't know if we're even going to be on the terms of wanting to even speak to one another. Or maybe I am living my life and I'm not even in the area. Or how about just the mere fact that you're basically telling me at a certain area of life, I no longer have ownership or rights to exactly how I'm going to show up in my life if it doesn't have you involved in it in some way, with me somehow taking care of you or showing up for you or having some form of a connection with you later in that area of life. And let me just consider adding in here that you want effort from me to be put into a connection in that period of life where what if it still happens to be the case that you're not putting effort even into holding a connection with me, but you want me to put effort into making sure that I maintain and create one with you in your later stages of life? Because you're now ready for me to obligate myself to you in that area of my life because you want me to follow some sense of expectational obligation you've created in your own mind because you decided to do it for your own family? You don't think there's some sort of insanity going on there with that kind of cycle? And you don't think there's a little bit of insanity going on with the fact that you're not living my life, you're not me, but you're telling me how to live my life in this area of my life? Just because you happen to hold a specific position in my life and you're trying to tell me how to live my journey in this area of my life? You don't see anything wrong with that? You don't see any lines being crossed? You don't see any invasiveness going on? You don't see the lack of respect? It almost feels like you don't actually respect me, my time, and my space and my life unless it benefits you. That's what I'm getting. And you're calling this wisdom. The parent takes care of the child, and now the child takes care of the parent. You don't think that there's some weird stuff going on with that whole cycle? You don't think that's a little odd? just a little bit, where a child is preparing themselves to take care of their own parent while they are navigating their own lives. And then also, if that child happens to experience not the best relationship with their family, they're still obligated in a morally provoked manner just because they exist. You don't think there's some darkness around this? This is what we've done for years. That is just always how it's been. Just follow the guidance, follow the orders, follow the wisdom, and you'll be fine. I'm just giving you a heads up now so you're not caught off guard when it's time for you to show up, because I expect you to. And not because you're deciding whether you want to or not. Because I showed up to take care of you, you are obligated to show up and take care of me however way I see fit. Regardless how you feel about me or feel towards me. Because despite how much you may not respect me from certain periods of our lives together, heck, even if you go no contact with me, I still feel like you are obligated to show up for me the way I showed up for you. Because I always made sure your physical needs or demands were always taken care of in some form or fashion and manner. Everything else, well, that was a bystander of, well, transparency. That was more of like a bystander where I decided whether or not you needed it, more than you saying you needed it. Outside of, obviously, the physical demands that kept you alive, of course. But at least I showed up, and that was what mattered. So that's what I'm expecting you to give me in return. This is the reciprocity for life nurturing life and honoring it and obligating to it personally. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think I'm going to show up to your funeral. I hope you have a retirement savings account too, because you're going to have to pay somebody to take care of you. I don't see myself doing it. And if I ever visit you, there has to be a really good reason for it. A really good one, because I have too much self-respect to obligate myself to someone that doesn't respect me. Even if you raised me or gave birth to me existing. I found value in my existence and you still don't respect it. Or me, clearly. Or my time. So, yeah. I hope you have a retirement account, because you're going to have to figure that out. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.